What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. And let's talk about
it. LBJ. Lebron James.
Now, I'm probably drinking a soda right now that's probably partially responsible or sponsoring LeBron James. The man outside of the basketball court or his profession has done so much as far as giving money to charities in his community. He's totally revived a lot of dreams and hopes for a lot of African Americans and people of color, and done a lot of things that we wish other athletes would have done with their influence and resources outside of the sport, and use that, what their job is and their title and their celebrity, as a catapult to try to bring others across. You know, others got to that position and didn't want to use their influence for that and didn't really care. And these were the people that were making them rich. So outside of the basketball court, LeBron James is one of my favorite people in the world. I love what he's doing. He even got a TV game show coming out called The Wall. Coming on NBC. He's one of the executive producers of that show. But this isn't about that. This is about on the court. This is about Adam Silver. This is about the NBA. I've been telling you the NBA has been fixed for years. I've consistently been right about NBA finals, everything down the line. And people still yet to believe it. It's like wrestling, you know. It's still some people that would argue today if it's real or fake. I mean, really. They would really argue you if it's real or fake. They're that into it. They would rather live in the lie. And they don't want to be woken up. It's like that guy in the Matrix. Remember, he was out and was like, man, I want to go back into the Matrix. You know, he made a deal to screw everybody over. Because he was like, look where I'm looking at what we at now in the Matrix. I was rich, eating steak. You know, I don't care if it's not real. Like, I'd rather live that than live this reality that we're living right now. This ain't happening. So he would rather live in the lie than to live in reality. And when you got things like the NBA and how they promote, and that it's a business and not a sport, and people like, well, what do you mean? And everybody has a chance. Whoever scores the most points win the game. I'm like, you really don't understand how this sport runs. If it was like that, you would have different champions every year. But you don't. You see big market cities in these championship finals. Or teams they trying to get to the new threshold. And you see ridiculous things happen. And they always gravitate one big star on a team and everybody else are co-stars. Even they promotional posters are like that. You see Steph Curry in a big poster behind the team, which is in little small. You can barely see them, and he's bigger than life. Then you got LeBron James, big, and then you got the rest of the people like bandmates. And this is what they portray to you. This is what they're selling to you. And you can't accept it. People are like, oh, when Cleveland got LeBron, they went to the finals. What Kyrie Irving do before LeBron got there? They couldn't even go to the playoffs. Do you realize, like, people think they only got Kevin Love. The Cleveland Cavaliers set a record. LeBron James was not coming back with that same team. It was only 5 players from that last team that came back on that Cleveland team that LeBron said he was okay with playing with. Everybody on that list, he had to go. They made 16 changes. 16 players that played for Cleveland the previous year with Kyrie Irving never was on the court again for the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron wouldn't play with him. Anthony Bennett, Andrew Bynum, Steph Curry, brother, he had to go. Errol Clark, Luol Deng from Duke got to go. Shane Edwards had to go. Kari Felix had to go. Alonzo G had to go. Spencer Hawes had to go. Scotty Hobson had to go. Jared Jack had to go. Sergei Karasev had to go. CJ Miles had to go. Arnis Onunka, he had to go. Harry Sims had to go. Tyler Zeller had to go. Before LeBron James would say, okay, I can come over to Cleveland. They had to go. So he didn't come on the Cleveland Cavaliers as the same team as Kyrie Irving, and he didn't just say, come on over here and let's play together. That's not what he did. Come on, Kevin Love. Him and Kevin Love just came over. That's the illusion they sold you. And you know that wasn't the same Cleveland Cavalier team. But you're not a Cleveland Cavalier fan. You're a LeBron James fan. Because if you was a Cleveland Cavalier fan, you would have known that because you'd have watched the season prior to that. And you would have saw Kyrie and those guys trying to win games that they weren't talented enough to do because the guys they had on the court was inferior. Now, when he came on the team and they had LeBron James, they had a whole new team. They had Brendan Hayward on the team. You know, LeBron James brought his 2K buddy with him. Guy carried his bags, James Jones from Miami, brought him with him. They went and got Sean Marion. They went and picked up Mike Miller from Miami, brought him over. Traded and got J.R. Smith and Mon Sherbert. Tristan Thomas was already on the team. A.J. Price, they went and got him. Then they got Moskoff in that deal with J.R. Smith and Tristan Thompson, which was another crazy deal. They got Alex Kirk, who wasn't on the team. Joe Harris, Will Cherry, Lou Adamson. This is a whole new team. All for LeBron James. Right? Then what happened after that? The year they go ahead and win the whole thing. They picked up Channing Frye, didn't they? They picked up Cunningham. They got Sasha Khan. They picked up Jordan McRae. Mo Williams was back on the team. Come on, man. Dante Jones was back. They knew what was happening. They knew what was happening. But the league is going to pay for this. Because now you see this Kyle Korver deal is getting all this exposure. Normally the NBA does this stuff, it goes under the rug. They realize Cleveland's not that good. They might not be good enough to beat anybody in the East to get to the finals. And the refs can only do so much. So Cleveland's like, what are we going to do? We went and got this guy Dunleavy, who we got spoofed by the Bulls. This guy was damaged goods when we got him, and he ain't done nothing for Cleveland since he been there. Dunleavy just had another back, sir. He's done. So Atlanta, who's the 4th-rated seed in the East, they go up against the team with the number 1. They already number 1 in the East. You trying to catch them. You gonna give them a player in Kyle Korver for a draft pick in 2019? Are you? Who made this trade? You gonna give them one of the most dangerous shooters? What is this saying to your team? You in 4th place. You're basically telling your team, well, we finna give them Kyle Korver because Kyle Korver's gonna what? Not play well for them? I don't get it. Is he a spy for Atlanta? Y'all trying to get over the hump of Cleveland. You supposed to keep weapons. You ain't trying to make them stronger. That just doesn't make any sense. Oh, it does though if the NBA says, well, LeBron wants this to happen, so let's make it happen. And how convenient this trade is. And it didn't get rejected. You got a guy that's healthy and can move around the court against a guy who just came off his 2nd back surgery and could barely move. Yeah, that's a great trade. What in the world is the NBA even thinking? And I know y'all gonna say, oh, Kobe Bryant. No. Kobe never had this. They wouldn't give it to Kobe like that. Kobe tried to get Chris Paul. They rejected it. The NBA rejected the trade for Chris Paul, but approved it for him to go to the Clippers. They didn't want Kobe to be going back to the finals. They didn't want that anymore. They wanted to transition these newer guys in. The Clippers would never be where they are now or looked at in that format because they'd have never had Chris Paul. They would have never became the exciting team that you're seeing today. Because Paul would have been a Laker and the Lakers would have been rolling. But they sabotaged Kobe. Didn't want him to get Chris Paul. For whatever various reason they was, the NBA just said, we reserve the right and we vetoing the deal. But this opened Pandora's box because now other players, other teams are going to be wanting to make deals and you ain't going to be able to deny them. They're going to say, well, you did it for LeBron. How LeBron get Kyle Korver? You know, it's not like Korver's a world beater because in the playoffs he goes missing. But what it's saying is LeBron got a lot of power in the league. And you guys just suckle to whatever LeBron James want to do. And LeBron James is very aware of the power he has in the league. But you guys will still be delusional and think he's the greatest player in the game. And he's completely not. His game has digressed so much, you guys haven't even seen it. He has not developed his left hand. He still barrels people over. His shooting is getting more horrific at the time frame. He's not getting by anybody anymore. And I say he probably got about 2 years left, even in this watered down league, before he might think about just checking out. I think this is his last, hoorah, because he hasn't improved as a basketball player. I mean, he hasn't not worked on his game, and it's reflective. So he needs other players to try to take some of that pressure off of him. But in my eyes, LeBron James is not an outstanding basketball player to me. By far. He makes a lot of mistakes. And just certain teams just don't know how to capitalize on them because they're so young, they're not really used to winning yet, or have a game plan for the last 5 minutes of a game. So it's kind of like battling someone with experience versus somebody without it, and thinking like they could do it. They're more athletic. Sometimes that just isn't enough. So we'll see how everything plays out, but I just think that was a terrible move by Atlanta to let that happen. But it's always something done in the dark. It's your boy Carcino. I'm out telling y'all, please subscribe and click one of the 3 videos you see there and enjoy the videos. Enjoy the show. I'm finna lay it down myself. Take me a nap. I'm out.